You hatch from your cocoon with about 10 of your siblings and immediately start crawling. Your mother? She dropped the cocoon in the dirt of an underground burrow about 2 or 3 weeks ago and left. As an earthworm, you live a miserable life. You are one of the invertebrates, which means you don't have a skeleton or backbone. Your body is soft, fragile, tubular in shape, and divided into several segments. You don't have hands or legs, and you move in the soil by contracting and relaxing the muscles of your entire body in a longitudinal manner. You also have tiny claw-like bristles on all parts of your body called setae that help you move. And your body secretes a mucus gelatinous substance that helps you slide into the soil as well. You don't have eyes. You only have photoreceptor cells so that you can distinguish between day and night. Why? So that you don't dry out and roast under the blazing sun. And you usually go out at night taking advantage of the humidity, cold, and absence of daytime predators to search for food and to mate, so you are called the night crawler for a reason. You don't have lungs and breathe through your skin by diffusion, so you must stay moist for efficient gas exchange. That's why you live in moist soil, and the same mucus that helps you move keeps your body moist. You eat shit, literally, and all sorts of organic waste, leaves, microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and even other smaller worms. Thus, you are considered one of the most important decomposers of organic matter in nature, and you consume large quantities of soil containing organic matter, digest it, and excrete the soil again. But it becomes rich in the products of the digestion process, including nutrients and minerals necessary for the plants. And as you move underground, you help aerate the soil, making it more suitable for planting and improving its quality. But does anyone thank you for that? No, quite the opposite. One day, while you're moving underground, suddenly a shovel breaks through the soil, lifting up a section of it along with some worms. You try to help, but then you remember you don't have hands. And then you see the most shocking thing of your life. This giant grabs a worm and sticks a hook through its butt to use it as bait for fish. After the shock, you try to calm yourself down and thank God it wasn't you. There are more dignified ways to die than that. Your key to survival is to keep your head low. Literally. Stay hidden underground and don't come to the surface much. It's like hell for you. You're on the menu for many animals. For example, some birds sense your movement in the upper layers of soil and snatch you up to eat you or feed you to their chicks. Some small mammals such as mice, hedgehogs, badgers, and bats eagerly seek you out under fallen leaves and branches to eat you, or may even dig for you. Similarly, some insects such as scorpions and spiders, reptiles like lizards, and even amphibians like frogs make you a significant part of their diet. And then there are the ants, an entire army that will drag you into their colonies to cut you down and devour you. But staying underground doesn't mean you're completely safe. There are animals digging to reach you, and there's the mole, which uses its burrow and extensive network of tunnels as a trap. Once you fall in, it senses you with its keen senses of hearing and smell, runs to your location, bites you, and injects you with saliva containing an anesthetic that paralyzes you. Then it stores you to eat you later. Luckily, you've avoided all of this and are still alive, at least for now. Over time and within less than 2 months, you will reach sexual maturity. A sign of this is the growth of the clitellum, a pale or pinkish saddle-like ring that develops and surrounds the worm at maturity, appearing on the anterior half of the worm near the mouth. As an earthworm, you are hermaphroditic, meaning you possess both male and female reproductive organs. However, you still need a partner to mate and reproduce. But this is good for you. It makes things easier and increases your chances of mating, as any other adult earthworm will do. The problem is that the process takes place on the surface, and if any animal notices you, they won't appreciate the romantic moment and will simply see you as an appetizer. But you take the risk. Go up, start searching, and once you find a suitable partner, the mating process begins. You mate in a very unusual way. You and the other worm begin by embracing each other in a reverse position, secreting mucus, and exchanging sperm. But there's a dark side to this romance. During mating, you stab each other with your setae to cling more tightly and also to ensure that neither of you will mate again for a while. This process can last up to an hour. Once complete, you separate and return directly underground. Within a short time, a gelatinous layer is secreted around the clitellum to form the cocoon. You move backward to emerge from it as this ring slides forward. During this process, the eggs and sperm gather together inside it for fertilization. After you emerge completely, the ring closes around its contents and hardens over time to form the cocoon. After 2 or 3 weeks, the eggs hatch and the tiny worms emerge from the cocoon. But mating isn't the only thing that forces you to the surface. When food is scarce in the soil, You rise to find better food and drag it back to your underground burrow to eat. Also, sometimes your burrow floods during the rain. Although you need a humid environment to breathe, you don't have gills and can't breathe underwater, so you quickly rise to the surface to avoid drowning. This is why you're often seen during the rain. As days pass, after a year you reach your full size and may live for another year, or even up to 8 years, depending on the species and if conditions are appropriate. Unfortunately, you are not so lucky. You begin your life as an egg immersed in a freshwater pond. You don't remain in this stage for long, and within 1 to 5 weeks you will hatch and emerge to become a dragonfly nymph. Your survival at this stage of your life depends mainly on your butt. Yes, you heard me correctly. Your butt is the secret to your survival, and you will understand that now. First, you are a completely aquatic creature at this stage, and you breathe underwater not through your mouth, but through your butt. You have gills located inside your rectum, and your abdominal muscles work to bring water in and out in a manner similar to inhalation and exhalation. You are considered exclusively carnivorous, and you devour anything you can catch. From mosquito larvae, tiny crustaceans, other aquatic insects, frog tadpoles, small fish, and even other dragonfly nymphs. But how do you hunt? This is where your butt comes into play again. You have a hinged labium in the form of a serrated lower jaw, which is folded like an elbow and attached below the head. It extends and moves at lightning speed to capture prey and attract it to your mouth in order to devour it. Actually, we have a real video of that, check it out. I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but doesn't this remind us of the creature from the famous movie series Alien? This weapon is operated hydraulically through water pressure. And where do you get this pressure? Yes, through your abs and butt. Sorry, I didn't mean to be insulting. While searching for food, you have to be careful, as fish and some other aquatic organisms larger than you will love to turn you into a snack. But you have a strange trick to escape, and here comes another important role for your butt. You have a 3 valve at the end of your abdomen that enables you to retain water inside you. I know that we are now looking at the butt of a dragonfly nymph, but get over it. And by applying appropriate pressure from your abdominal muscles and releasing it suddenly, you escape easily. You use this trick to escape predators, navigate through the water, and chase prey. During the period of your stay in the water, which may extend to 5 or 6 years, you molt about 15 to 17 times and grow a little each time. But one day you will crawl out of the water, climb a plant stem or cling to anything, begin your final molt, and turn into an adult. You remain in this position until the hemolymph pumps into your wings, which are full of veins, and they spread and you are able to fly. Unlike birds, you do not need flying lessons or a training period. You start flying directly by nature, as if you were programmed to do so. But there is something necessary that we must start with. You are often confused with damselflies. So now here are 2 pictures of a dragonfly and a damselfly. Ignoring the color, can you find the key differences between them? I will give you a few seconds. I hope you found it. The dragonfly has 2 large eyes that are so close together that they are almost connected, while the damselfly has 2 fairly large eyes, but they are far apart and located on either side of the head. The damselfly's wings are close together when at rest, while the dragonfly's wings are spread apart and perpendicular to the body when at rest. In general, dragonflies is larger than damselflies. Returning to you as a dragonfly, you are considered the ultimate hunter and have the highest successful hunting rate ever, reaching 95%. It is higher than falcons, whose percentage of successful hunting is 23%, than lions, whose percentage is 30%, and wild dogs, whose percentage reaches 67%. But why are you so successful at hunting? First, you are the undisputed master of flight. You have a very streamlined cylindrical body that resembles a helicopter. You have 4 wings, each of which is connected to a separate muscle. This enables you to fly at high speeds of up to 35 to 55 kilometers per hour. And because they move independently of each other, they enable you to perform aerial maneuvers, acrobatic movements, turn, and fly forward, to the side, or even backward, an ability that most other insects do not possess. But your flying abilities are not the only thing that distinguishes you from other predators. You have 3 small eyes in the middle of your head, and you have 2 huge eyes in relation to your head, consisting of about 30,000 ommatidia, providing you with 360-degree vision. These eyes capture 200 frames per second, meaning that the world for you moves in slow motion compared to humans whose eyes capture between 35 and 60 frames per second. But your eyes are excellent at monitoring movement, not the accuracy of details in the image, which is distorted and made up of thousands of pixelated mosaic images. Your head also rotates to enable you to have a wider field of vision and accurate follow-up of the target. But your abilities do not stop here. You possess one of the most complex abilities that an insect can ever possess. You do not often hunt by chasing prey, although this happens sometimes, but you anticipate its location and interrupt its path of movement. You also have 3 pairs of spiny legs that end in fine claws that enable you to grab prey and pull it into your mouth. You hunt many types of prey, such as mosquitoes, of which you may eat 100 per day, and flies, moths, and butterflies sometimes, and even smaller dragonflies and damselflies. You eat about half your weight in a day. This is like an average-sized person eating a whole goat. But these abilities in hunting and flying do not mean that you are safe. You yourself are prey for some types of birds, or you may fall into a spider's web that you do not see while flying. Or a hidden mantis might catch you, or a frog or a lizard might catch you, so you have to be careful. You usually live near ponds and wet places and are considered very territorial and fiercely defend your place against any other dragonfly, chasing it, and even killing it. These habitats are your home, your hunting place, the mating gift you give to the female, and they provide places to lay eggs. Speaking of mating, as a male, you release pheromones that attract females, and when one of them arrives, you mate in a very strange way. First, you have a penis in the second part of your abdomen, while the glands that secrete sperm are located in the 9th part of your abdomen. So you twist your body in order to deliver the sperm to your penis. You have a clamp at the end of your body through which you hold the back of the female's head during mating. She bends her abdomen to meet her female reproductive organ with your male organ. This strange position is called the heart or wheel. When mating is over, the male remains close and guards the female while she lays eggs, or he may even remain holding her during that time to ensure that he passes on his genes and his offspring, and that no other male comes and mates with her. The female lays hundreds of eggs in batches in the water, and some species may lay eggs in mud, and other species have a pointed organ for laying eggs, which she inserts into plant stems or driftwood and places the eggs inside. The male may assist in the process of laying eggs in some species by holding the female, flying with her, and helping her lay the eggs. After mating and laying eggs are completed, your life cycle and your mission will have ended and you will be completely exhausted. You will not live long, about 2 weeks to 8 weeks at the latest, and you will complete your role in nature by being food for fish,